Scholark himself was here? In that case, what are we waiting for? Alphino of all people worrying over his reputation. Alma mater. No less. How'd you like that first dungeon? Pretty cool, actually. I like that the final boss of that one is a triple threat because it actually shows off the benefits of my AoE skills. It also shows off the downsides, like even if you hit multiple targets, you don't get multiple ticks of your heal on your dance partner. It's one tick for any amount of targets hit. Okay, we were in the middle of this cutscene, and then my Q-pop would later become the Studium. Charlian's Foremost Educational Institute. I'm glad they both fucking remember him doing this. We would expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. Know better than anyone the adoration of the student body has for Alphino. Bit of luck. I work to our advantage. Interesting. Let's look for Scholark Montagane. I know they said his name in the cutscene and I've already forgotten it because a lot has honestly happened. I'm getting that feeling when a story mode ends and you're picking up something that happens in the next patch. But I'm getting that feeling for literally fucking... Oh my god, everyone's popping off. Look at them. I'm getting that feeling for literally something that happened 2 hours ago. What the fuck is happening? Alphino actually spoke to me. That's like default face Rodigan also. Tell you about it after my business with the Scholark has concluded. The Scholark? Tell me, good fellow, does this have something to do with saving the world from the catastrophe? Oh, the students love him because they're all radical and young, and their sense on conservative policy does not suit them. Who'd have thunk? That was Alphino Levio, wasn't it? The Alphino Levio. He's with his sister, Master Baltesian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word! I'm gonna follow the line of people questing at the moment. Have I met you before? Wander off the street. Don't tell me you're a trainee gleaner, fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? As our newest gleaner, you'll have to have your work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. I've tracked down many miscellaneous knickknacks in my time, but I'm no gleaner. Don't ever call me that again, bucko. You're not a gleaner? What you said, isn't it? Looking for the Scholark? I'm afraid we don't have any of those in stock. Oh, you mean him? He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before he arrived, though. He's on his way to Maker's Meat. Maker's Meat, huh? Yes, the Scholark was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though he spoke at length, don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted ways, he went down the corridor, one of the auditoriums. Okay. Putting me on this damn wild goose chase. Damn, I used up. Best of luck on the grind. I'm going to sleep, Burn. Night.
Ah, I remember you.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that inquisition go unchallenged.
It's true.
I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye.
Oh, stop.
You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student.
Oh my god.
Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
He really is the cool uncle, or the cool grandpa.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the forum.
Really? They are magically
How is that
bound
even possible?
to not speak.
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Oh fuck, are we actually gonna get schooled by Gramps? Oh fuck, this is kinda sick. Yo, the social distancing seating.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology.
Okay.
The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into three forms. Two are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
I'm gonna guess corporeal aether.
Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked. Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it. Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink? The same type of ether as comprises the memories.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
That would have been the jump in time.
The seventh umbral calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act. The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Charlian prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean. And our memories drift apart and dissolve. Rather defeating the purpose, I suppose. But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls, some believe.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form. Both theories have their proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable. Well, I think that's enough education for today, now that I've given you some food for thought. Or rather, an entire banquet. I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend. Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your pursuits, wheresoever they may take you.
Interesting. Granted, the run-up phenomenon. Your game, Quialipo, would put your artistry to good use. Okay. This is also where new stuff starts, huh? I'll check it out later. We need to go back in and talk to... I am curious about something. Yeah. After a point, they stopped completely transcribing the events of every quest, because admittedly, not every quest matters at all. But I was like, is this a transcribed quest? It is. Carl is still digesting a rather hefty portion of food for thought. That's giving me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the forum's true motives. The mysteries of life itself, for good measure. I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. Perhaps on the way you could be better acquaint yourself with Quialipo. No, that's okay. Uh-oh. This cutscene's been rolling. Welcome back. What I hear you took this trip to the studio and proved most educational. I received word from our fellow Scions. Expected. Awarding scales was met with much joy. Preparations are now on a way to bring leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the scales in our position to Limsa Lominsa. Time has come for us to go on the offensive. Too early to say for certain. That does seem like the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan. Let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Okay. Start by getting the scales out of storage. Give me a hand, would you, Westinian? I didn't realize crates were so heavy. I shouldn't complain, though. Ritra and the alchemist's great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these scales. We must treat them with utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the forum's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice. If I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, you can imagine how that would go. Alright, so we've lost Cryle, basically. Bureaucracy got Cryle out of the party. Are you kidding me? Damn this game. Oh, it's been forever since I've been to Limsa. This is gonna be weird. At least that squashes one theory. Cryle's not gonna die. Yet. I'm scared. I'm so scared. Oh, I'm scared. Told to expect you. This may not be aware. Admiral is present entertaining the Elder Seedseer and the Sultana. They're the most powerful women in the world in one room. Need a moment to prepare, or shall I show you in? My apologies for calling you away from Shalian on such short notice. On the contrary, we're honored and grateful. This discussion should be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition. Our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action. We have taken the initiative and set the wheels in motion. Yes, so... yeah, what do your plans entail? It hinges entirely on the warding scales and our ability to utilize their potential to the fullest. During your time in Shalian, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. To make matters worse, a surge of abductions of kobolds to Hagen, Ixal, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. Yes, it's true. The time has come to free ourselves of the menace. Signs of the seventh dawn, who have shown us the way. Those bards contingent? Its objectives are twofold. First, it's to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tampered. Robbed of their free will, they serve the Telephories every whim without question. We too are victims. It is our duty to deliver. Got it. We are simply choosing to forgive and forget at this moment. I notice that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our companions and morality. Without that, there could be no reconciliation, only death without end. What would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the scales and being on our way. Yes, you're going to fight the main tower. Obvious. Obvious. Of course we accept. There's the music we've been waiting for. Hell yeah. Shtelathankard and Urianger have already pledged their support. Yes, they were lucky you would do the same. Raban and Amaric are overseeing preparations. We're going to Garlemald. Let's go. Excellent. All right.
The Wanderers return. You've been busy bringing down a tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. The warding skills, you and yours. The warding skills of yours are what made this whole venture possible.
Oh shit. They're not leading. They're overseeing it, but they're gonna move on. Can't please them all. I'd much rather be at your side charging into the fray. Alas, I've battles of my own to fight, where words may serve me better than any blade. For the time being, the best we can offer you is peace of mind, knowing that Iozia's in safe hands. Bro, the fucking Bo Alamigo's gonna be my backline? Hell yeah, dude. Yo! Gaius is back. And Maxima's back too, let's go. There's at least one person on Twitter who won't stop posting about Maxima who's very pleased right now. I could tell you that with certainty. You're not coming with us. Strange. Thought you had a stick in this. Telefori have laid waste to my homeland, enslaved my people. But though every mote of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Varus and plunging Garlemald into chaos. I'll defend it to my dying breath while it is in my hands. I and the government where lit intend to offer refuge to those fleeing Garlemald. Should that time come, we will be ready. Alright. In light of Gaius's rather unique subsequent, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. Will stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Good to know. Up into an old acquaintance or two. Is this a good time to point out that I've never done the 80 quests or any of the jobs because I was frustrated that they didn't make a job storyline for any of them from 70 to 80. I was like actually really pissed about that. Weirdly, Sage and Reaper have one, 70 to 80. Weirdly, the other classes don't, they just have an ending. Maxima would have you meet your new traveling companions. Other members of the Ilsbard contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. Enter. Who am I going with?
By the 12.
Yo, the thaumaturges, the healers. I forget you. No, I know you.
You could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
Oh my god, is this literally all of them? Is this every single one of the fucking job and class quest mentors?
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose. We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald.
The Bard Marauder from the Scholar quest line. Dragoon. That's the machinist guy over there, bro.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
This cutscene's fucking sick.
Lucia.
This is like the everyone is here moment.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end.
Alright, but where is Sid?
We have
Sid should also be here.
But walk it we shall, together.
We too welcome this opportunity to work together once more. I have faith that if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Allow me to introduce you to the rest of our company. Everyone! If I may have your attention.
What the fuck was Graha doing in the back? Also, that was the monk girl. Oh my god.
Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must, I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation. Here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer, we shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild. with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort. Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well, those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
Yeah, she does.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Wait, I know you.
The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason...
Why do I recognize this character? What the fuck do you do? It's the hair, obviously, but there's something that happens.
Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his
The bloody executioners! You're the shit kid from the ship!
In the commander of your
From the patches of Shadowbringers! Oh my god!
So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do. Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest.
Somehow this doesn't feel like everyone. I feel like the monk mentor should be behind them. Also the ninja mentor. Not around. Unfortunate.
If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the avatar of destruction.
Oh boy.
With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest.
As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead. Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Lord Emanolaine!
Ah, yes. Emanolaine de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Not in front of the entire world's leaders, bro. Your fancy footwork may be all that stands between us and certain doom.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honohua with my tales of daring-do.
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea.
Not in front of the hose, the bad hose.
They have been delayed.
Uh-oh.
Would that be the shinobi of Dome?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Out of my way, you preening fool!
No! No!
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
For battle and blood we come, as a step is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Randos who we picked up from Shadowbringers.
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Tancred's mentor. And the Gunblade mentor.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamiga. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy. But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Baelsar himself is working to help rebuild Wurlid, a nation he once conquered. So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good. It won't be easy, but we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garlond Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi. As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Damn.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us, so it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
Damn. They aren't fucking around right now, bro. Also, anyone who wasn't a highlighted character was a fucking static model who did not move that whole cutscene. Do not make them move. That is not within the budget. If it isn't red, just no small part thanks to you, the manufacturer's future is looking better and brighter than ever, my friend. Pleased to report that I and a handful of my colleagues have been selected to join the contingent. Ere the expedition has ended, even the Temple Knights will be singing our machinist praises. We'll say a born witness to not only our mechanical proficiency, but its combat prowess too. God, I can't wait to level machinist. Let's have a look at you. A touch nervous to enter the battlefield, perhaps. Well, I shall be out there alongside you as a Temple Knight, serving you. You're fine, Van. You may not look it. I was the Azure Dragoon once upon a time. You can rest assured I'll give all that I have in the fight. In the coming fight, I certainly won't be shown up by you or Estinian. Actually, I'm curious what Estinian is going to say. I did not expect to see the other former Azure Dragoon, of all places. He, as he well knows, I don't want for verbose greetings. We shall instead let our lances do the talking once we're on the battlefield, then we'll see if the other has been diligent in his training. Gadielot is also here helping. While his abilities as a bard are unmatched, I do worry his judgment. You need not. I shall be keeping a close eye on him. Time has come for us Marines to show our valor upon the battlefield. All who see us will know our names quick before the might. Victory come hells or high water. What were you from again? The Marauders Guild. The old Marauders Guild. Curious Gorge couldn't be here, could he? Maybe when this is all over, you could pay the Axemaster a visit. He tells all the time the new recruits. And avenge that boy's parents. Remember it like it was yesterday. So glad I found you. I offer you a letter from Master Hamon. Let's read it together, shall we? I have every confidence that your fish shall bring the Telophoroi to their knees. Should you espy any beautiful maidens thereabouts, sing to them my praises. Charming, Master. Well, more fool me for thinking that the letter would contain something actually inspiring. Forget this happened. Once again, we find ourselves fighting on the same side. First Volja, now Garlemald. Makes me strange to agree that aid the Imperials waging a war against them for so long. Here I am. It's time we put the past behind us. Ow. Magna is gonna say something. With the mole champions in the dome, the Dorthal having sent many here, I thought to defend the steep in their absence. I would have done so were it not for my steep's brothers. They urged me to grant our allies the sun's might, that his radiance deliver them unto victory. Care not for the Iron Men or the troubles. It is destiny the weak die ignominy. Even so, I will do as I have agreed, volunteer to join this band as Serena's request. Thinks it's a worthy cause, that is reason enough. Damn, I think Sadu has a crush. What was that last sentence about, huh? Please. Seems so long ago that we were sailing across the Ruby Sea, charging about the Azim Steppe with Serena and the others. I'd say we were overdue for another adventure. Brings back memories to see so many familiar faces. It's true, this does bring back a lot of memories. Often his father told me of the struggles faced by the Alamigo in the days of the occupation. I too have crossed swords with the Empire. Her Grace has selected to bolster Ilsbard's contingent with members of the Immortal Flames. As representatives of the Sultanate, we are one in our commitment to the cause. Oh, there's so many characters here. I finished the Red Mage storyline, right? I did. Also, what the fuck happened to my pants? I must have accidentally thrown them away. Whatever. Lest our way to have made a countless steadfast allies, or our journey's course, comrades and mayhap friends. Close ties with the Scouts of the Eastern Alliance, various resistance groups, it'll be absolute joy to work with. And as quickly as we could, we would follow your example and devastate to Leferoy the full extent of our powers. Anyone saying or doing anything interesting at all? Oh my god, I actually recognize you from the fucking Machinist quest area. Like, those are the silent ones, right? I didn't finish the Boja storyline, so I don't know if this would have been different. Probably should have. Didn't feel like it. Besides the delegates assembled here, Malsha and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Due to their philosophy, many would struggle to survive, simply to survive. No, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive the harsh climates of Ilsbard. It would also likely prove tempering targets for the abductions of the Telephoroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea, though their eagerness to do more has been noted. Do the honors? Oh, I'm handing everyone else. Warding scales I spy. 1. I know I have to give one to all of them, but I like to imagine in my head I'm giving them out in the order I'd actually trust them to come along. You're a really good bow. And white mage. Kind of a white mage, more than just a healer. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight, in darkness shines the light of life. Impressive. These are the famed warding scales. Enough for me and my men, I see. I myself am especially grateful. This opportunity to visit distant lands, I wish to follow the footsteps of Master Atoa, learn all there is to learn of the star we call home. The primary reason I volunteered to join the expedition, journey outside the Twelveswood, much less enter into Imperial territory, the rare privilege afforded a Pajal. Fucking eternal children. But you got something for us? Them skills everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? Reckon they'll be worth a gill or two when this whole thing's over. Hold on to them for now. One more thing. I know what you're thinking. Why didn't they send the other man instead? Bugger if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Heliff told me was that they needed someone to help safeguard the future. And here I am. Can't say they haven't gotten a sense of humor. Here you go. There's Guardian Scales, singular, hand them and split them up. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald. Sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. Now I lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. That is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Emmerich. He will not have me put my extensive knowledge and formal ties to good use. I'll not disappoint you. I have little to offer in return. I would impart some advice, if I may. You have been told by many to wear the cold of Ishgard. I cannot stress enough. There's no token warning. I'll be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist Guild. Neat. I almost want to adjust my glam for this because I kind of like the idea of being in outfit. Yustola, you will need to slightly change your outfit. Same for Urianger, same for Alice, but they fucking won't because this is a fucking video game with not enough budget for that kind of thing. Can't wait to eat my words on that. I can't wait for them to literally do the thing I said they won't be doing. Oh no, I'm wrong. Smiles, has a good time. Sidian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor since he spent a fair amount of time up north recently. I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose. Provided you're not overly concerned with style. I wouldn't be seen dead in one of those ridiculous overcoats. Is that a cry of a scion in need of a tailor? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But how? I have my ways. You could sneak off to Ilsbad without telling me. Oh no. You will wear these garments I've made for you whether you like it or not. Why do you need a new outfit as well? Are you coming with us? Of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion. The pursuit of the highest quality fashion. She's been crafting. They'll be staying in the Rising Stones for a while to keep an eye on the events throughout Eorzea. I'll be running things back at headquarters. I'm wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlian. Keep Crow company in the Baldessian Annex. We'd love to have you there. Argamus and Bloodwida did a fine job carrying on in our seat while we were lying comatose. With them in charge of the Rising Stones, we have nothing to worry about. I'm confident you won't go collapsing again, because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your souls to another world. I think similarly disastrous were to happen. I'm glad they're talking about Graha's thing he did without calling it out exactly. Like, alright Graha, that was very funny. Don't fucking do it again. You still suck? Yo! Just what I was thinking about it. Let's go! They knew. They fucking knew, bro. It looks good. Not going to put it in the dresser? Dude, it looks good. I'm glamming it here. On my way. Want to go get the hat and boots anyway. But also,